It's National Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole's final day in office, and the breaking news is that the president is to announce his replacement at 4 this afternoon. What qualities should the president be looking for? The Independent Policing Union of South Africa's General Secretary, Mpho Kwinika, joins us to weigh in on the question, the qualities. Very good afternoon to you, Mpho. Thank you so much for your time. What qualities and credentials should the president be looking at here as the position is now vacant and somebody is going to be announced this afternoon?
Firstly, we as IPOSA would love to wish General Khehla Sitole well in his new endeavors. This has been long overdue that we have a National Commissioner of Police going to be appointed in terms of the principles of NDP. I think since its inception, 2013, which is 9 years later, we're having this now materializing. What do we want? We want a man or a woman in good standing, a man or a woman who is alive to challenges of security in our country, the man or a woman who is also alive to challenges of SAPS as an organization, a man or a woman who is alive to members' challenges, because it is these men and women in blue who can make his job easier by making sure that South Africans are safe and that they feel safe.
In terms of hierarchy and who should automatically, according to hierarchy, be the one to step into the position, who is this person that we could be thinking of, looking at the head of the DPCI, who's the next high-ranking official?
Yeah. Look, nothing stops the president from identifying one outside this environment, because the post of a national commissioner is a political one. But moving forward, we would love to see the South African Police Service applying the same principle that is used by Punjab in India. Punjab structure, it indicates who is number 1, number 2, number 3, and in sequence. Should number 1 not be there, number 2 should be acting. And in this instance, the national head of DPCI is the second in line. So if the president has considered or should consider from within, then the next person to take that position should be the national head of DPCI. And that is in a document. It's documented.
As we've been listening to, some reports around Sitole speaking to various media houses, he spoke about his appointment as head of police in 2017, coming as a surprise to many, as little was known about him before then. Is it important for the public to know more about this candidate who will be announced this afternoon by the president?
Not much, but remember, the president is embarking on realizing the principles of NDP Vision 2030. Some of the recommendations there are that the civilians secretariat, together with the community policing forum structures, shall form part of the people who are going to assist in forming the panel of experts. Now, these structures are representative of the communities. If the president starts this process, we will see him identifying the public to participate in this process. Then that is the time when all of us will have an opportunity to question the incumbents about the job and even object to them being appointed into the position of a National Commissioner of Police. That is where it is documented. But in the acting, I think it is the prerogative of the president to choose whom he so wishes.
And What will you be specifically looking at as a union? I mean, you say it was a long time coming and you were very critical of General Khehla Sitole during his tenure. What will, be pleasing to a union such as yours representing and serving the interests of police men and women when it comes to perhaps the culture of the police service, especially at a time such as this where crime COVID-19 has had a huge impact on crime, and a lot of communities up in arms about crime and criminal elements, feeling unsafe?
Look, we want to see a national commissioner of police who is not indebted to politicians. We want the national commissioner of police who owes an oath of office to South Africans, who owe an oath of office to the best interests of South Africa, who also have a duty to make sure that his employees are treated with respect and dignity. There are 5 key performance areas we would want him or her to champion. It is number 1, what we call administration, visible, detection, crime intelligence, protection and security services. These are the elements, these are the key performance areas we would want to judge the future National Commissioner on. And we want the National Commissioner of Police to understand that we are now serving a constitutional democracy where the will of people reigns supreme. They should allow the people to play an oversight role on them. They should also allow the unions to play their role in ensuring that they comply to the rules, the acts, regulations, and standing orders that are established to manage the service.
Why is it critical to appoint the right person as the next police commissioner, especially looking at the track record of police commissioners in South Africa since the appointment of Jackie Selebi in 2009 and the pattern that we've seen there, especially looking at how the candidates come in under a cloud, which seems to have later repercussions?
You know, I had an opportunity to be here before 1994. I am so thrilled or happy to still serving the South Africans under the current circumstances, post-1994. And if I were to tell you that I'm amongst all these national commissioners, one national commissioner of police whom the police officers would really sing praises for, it is Jackie Selebi. And I know how South Africans feel about him. But he came in and made sure that the police are happy so that they are able to provide the service that is expected of them to South Africans. We want to see professionalism reigning supreme in the future policing in this country. We cannot be, after 28 years of our existence in democracy, still be grappling with issues of transformation. Each and every national commissioner of police who took office, they were reversing the gains made by the previous national commissioner. And that was the conflict which we faced with as South Africans since 1995. We want that to change. And IPUSA want to form part of that change.
And in assessing the wider context of the global threat of terror and its effect on South Africans, the role of the National Police Commissioner is one crucial one in ensuring that South Africans are really confident that right at the top there is a candidate who is not involved in any sort of politics and also coming in to ensure law and order and instill confidence, especially looking at the impact of the July riots of 2021.
You see, this is very important if you look at South Africa today, post-1994. I think from last year to date, you might have realized some, insurgencies which have been taking place, something that we have never experienced after 1994. The police commanders, management, need to be in a position to be able to find out exactly what is happening around our country. The National Commissioners of Police, and especially ours, they are very, they participate fully into international bodies such as Interpol, SARPCO, Eurocop, and other institutions that deal with policing in the world. And they are being given an opportunity to interact with the world by providing intelligence which they have in exchange with the world. So we want to see South Africa playing a very integral role in making sure that all of these things that we see here, how can we get the international community in policing assisting us to police this kind of things? We have entered a season of violent protest. We have also entered a season where every day when you wake up in the morning, you will hear that there is a new organization formed to fight the issues of service delivery. Even if we all don't know what those institutions stand for, what is their constitution, we still have to service as South Africans the very same institutions. Today we've got South Africans who are now pitted against each other in the name of people who are coming from outside the country perpetuating the crime in this country. We need to stop this. We need to have the police that have got the capacity to deal with these issues and allow South Africans to have a space to have an introspection and say, is this the right thing to do to my brother that comes from a neighboring country? Yes, we don't want to see people that are undocumented. But can we allow the law to take its course and make sure that South Africa, through the diplomatic ties that we have with countries that are in this country, is sit down and look at the issues of undocumented people, but not to do what South Africa is doing to our fellow African people.
Very well. Thank you so much. Let's leave it there for now. Of course, that was General Secretary of IPUSA, Mpho Kwinika, speaking to the National Police Commissioner. We do know, as you can see on the side of your screen there, that at 4:30 Central Africa time this afternoon,